ever like totally crushed it at your job, like so good they slapped a now managing you Post-it note on you.
Yeah. Promotion feels amazing until you realize managing's a whole other animal.
It's true, though. Suddenly those spreadsheets you used to rock out feel like a spa day compared to, like, managing humans.
It's such a weird feeling. Like you got parachuted into a whole different country, same job title on the passport, but everyone's speaking leadership.
Yes. It's no wonder everyone feels like they're faking it till they make it at first, right?
Totally.
Anyway.
And honestly, you shouldn't feel like you got to have it all figured out on day one. That's crazy.
Right. So for this deep dive, we're going to break down that transition superstar employee to amazing manager into 3 kind of manageable phases.
Almost like leveling up in a video game or something.
Except with fewer dragons to fight. Or hopefully fewer.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
But seriously, seeing those phases, it really helps you get what's normal, like what's part of the process,
Total game changer instead of freaking out. So level 1, we're calling it the better individual contributor phase. Basically, when it's honestly easier to just do the task yourself than try to explain it.
Oh my gosh, 100%. Delegating, for me at least, it felt like handing over my prized whatever to a toddler. You want to trust them?
But you're also mentally editing the spreadsheet in your head before they've even opened it, right?
Always. It's a trap, though. We got to break free.
Big time. So pitfalls, besides the urge to just hoard every task for ourselves.
And see. Well, besides that, micromanaging, classic for sure. Like, you want it done right.
But then you're breathing down everyone's neck every 2 seconds.
Yeah, and that totally backfires. You're swamped. The team feels like you don't trust them.
Yeah.
No one wins. Plus, you're probably still stuck doing your old job on top of this new stuff.
Burnout waiting to happen. Okay, so micromanaging is out. How do you actually fight that instinct to like swoop in and save the day?
That's the $1 million question, right? Delegation is key, but start small. Think tiny wins.
Like not the make or break client presentation, but more like...
Exactly. Formatting a report, something low stakes, they get to shine, you get comfy letting go.
And no one needs a therapy session after. I like it. Baby steps. But then how do you go from the doer to the, the coach?
Good question. It's like, imagine teaching someone to ride a bike. You wouldn't just hand it over and be like, good luck.
Right. You're running alongside, holding on at first.
Exactly. You give a support, guidance, but they got to find their balance. That's the sweet spot.
So training wheels off gradually. You're there if they wobble, not doing it for them.
Nailed it. It's empowerment, not just orders. Big difference.
Huge. And probably where some folks get tripped up holding on to the I can do it better myself thing,
It's a classic roadblock for sure. But that's kind of where recognizing this next phase comes in handy,
You mean level 2 hitting that balanced skills stage? Okay, lay it on me. What's that all about?
So this is where you hopefully start to find your groove a bit as a manager, realizing you can't do it all yourself and shouldn't even.
Okay, so less superhero employee, more like, what, conductor of the orchestra. You're not playing every instrument.
Exactly. You're guiding, shaping the sound.
Yeah.
Big picture stuff.
I do like that analogy. But finding that balance, I imagine that's got its own challenges, right? What trips people up there?
One of the biggest. Knowing when to jump in and when to, honestly, let the team figure it out. It's so easy to. Right. Helicopter manager, we've all seen it. But then you go 2 hands off, things go sideways. It's a dance.
That fine line between support and, like, total suffocation.
For real.
Yeah.
And it does take practice. Trusting their judgment, knowing what to delegate. It's a learning curve, for sure.
How do you even know if you're on the right track? Like, what's the sign you're, mastering this balance thing?
Well, when you're not waking up in a cold sweat because you forgot to, personally water the office plants.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Okay, in my defense, no one told me those were my plants to water.
Fair enough. But on a serious note, when your team starts coming to you with solutions, not just problems, good sign.
Ooh, I like that. Less, help me fix this, and more.
Here's what we're thinking. What do you think? They trust you, but they're owning it.
That's huge. So it's not just about the tasks anymore.
It's about them, their growth, and honestly, you probably rock at managing your own time better by this point, too.
Because, let's be real, those heart-to-hearts with your team rarely happen in the middle of a Tuesday freakout.
Never. You got to make space for that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. The better you get at all the talking, the trust, the time, your role changes,
It's not just about checking boxes anymore.
It's about them, growing your people, And that, my friend, is what leads us to level 3, the better manager stage.
Ooh, better manager stage. Is there like a cool hat I get? Secret handshake. Because I'm here for it.
No secret handshake, sadly. But you might need a bigger trophy case, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, now you have to tell me more. What's so special about this better manager level? Spill the tea.
This is where your management skills, they actually start to like surpass your individual contributor skills.
Whoa. Hold on, that's kind of mind-blowing when you say it like that.
It's a whole shift. You're not the best at doing the thing anymore. You're the best at making sure your team is.
So less star player, more like the coach who builds a championship team.
Ding, ding, ding. You're thinking big picture, long game, strategy. You trust your people to handle the day-to-day.
Okay, so what does that actually look like, though? Like, what skills really set apart a better manager? What are they doing?
For one, they're communication ninjas. And I don't mean just like writing a clear email, though that helps.
There's got to be more to it than that.
Oh, yeah. It's reading between the lines, sensing when someone's not saying something, building that safe space, you know.
So people feel comfortable speaking up, even when it's tough.
Exactly. And great managers, they give amazing feedback, the good, the bad, but always focused on growth, not just criticizing.
Because good job doesn't really tell you anything, does it?
Nope. They get specific of examples. It's like, here's how to level up next time. Actionable stuff.
So it's a conversation, not just checking a box.
100%. And another thing, they're not afraid of conflict, which, let's be honest, on a team, bound to happen.
Especially when you've got people who care, you know, passionate, throwing ideas around.
Exactly. But instead of shying away, a better manager, they lean in. It's an opportunity, not a crisis.
To learn something, to find a new solution.
Right. And of course, they make decisions strategically, not just for today, but for like a year from now, 5 years.
They're playing 3D chess while everyone else is still figuring out checkers.
Sometimes it feels that way. But here's the catch with this better manager stage. It's not like you arrive, you know. It's not the finish line.
Wait, so I don't get a gold star and a mission accomplished banner. What gives?
Sadly, no. It's a journey. Always learning, always adapting. Even the best are still figuring things out as they go.
So less reaching the mountaintop, more like enjoying the climb itself.
Beautifully said. And that's what makes it so rewarding. You're growing, changing as a leader and a person.
Okay, so we've climbed the mountain of phases here, from individual rock star to balanced to better manager. But like, if someone's just starting out, what's the TLDR, you know? What matters most?
Honestly, if there's one thing you take away from all this, remember that sticky note, the Now Managing You one? That's not just a job title. It's like a whole mental shift.
Okay, yeah, you've said that a few times. So what does that actually mean for someone day to day, you know?
It means you're not judged on just your wins anymore. It's what your whole team does. That's the scorecard now.
Whoa, okay, so less me, myself, and I, and more. We're in this together kind of thing?
100%. Which is why, side note here, be nice to yourself. You don't become manager of the year overnight. It takes time.
Yeah, you're going to make mistakes, right? Like, no one just knows this stuff instinctively.
Exactly. It's like learning anything new. There's going to be bumps.
Yeah.
But those are good. Those are how you learn.
It's the trying, the messing up a little.
Yeah.
That's how you figure out what works, I guess.
And what doesn't work, which is just as important. But yeah, what were some things, honestly, when you were starting out managing, what helped?
Ooh, good question. Aside from this podcast, obviously.
Yep.
Which didn't exist back then.
Agreed. Right.
I think finding someone, a manager I really admired, and kind of, I don't know, subtly stalking their methods.
Oh, the best way to learn. Steal like an artist, but for management.
Totally. How do they talk to people? How do they handle the pressure cooker moments? That's gold.
I'm free. No tuition fees for that masterclass. But yeah, find a mentor. Be open to learning. Anything else come to mind?
Oh, this one's huge. Be upfront with your team. Let them know you're still figuring some stuff out.
Because otherwise they expect you to be a mind reader.
Right. Which no one is. So it's more like, hey, we're in this together. I'm learning too, but I got your back.
Exactly. That honesty builds trust so much faster than pretending you have all the answers.
Which, let's be real, who does? Okay, so find a mentor, be honest, and what was the other one? Patience.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
Patience with yourself, with your team, with the whole process. It's a marathon, not a sprint, building a team.
And becoming a good manager is not an overnight thing. So as we wrap up here, if you're taking on that new role, that new challenge, you got this. Seriously, it's a journey, but it's worth it.